Good morning, everyone. I am Ramon with Ramon at Home. On this channel, we talk about interior design, seasonal home decor, DIY projects, and shopping tips, all on a budget, so you can create a space that tells your story. Today, I wanted to come along and talk to you guys a little bit about the items that we will need for this year's fall season. And I'm real excited, as you guys can see on my videos. I've started with the fall season for 2018, and I could not be more excited because it is one of my favorite times of the year, since all the textures and the colors and the Mother Nature provide us with is just the most beautiful thing that I think this world has to offer. So every year I wait until this time of the year to get started. But let me get situated with my YouTube page. If you are new to the channel, thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't, please consider subscribing, since we talk about interior design and seasonal home decor, and there's all kinds of things going on this time of the year. Let me get my chat app so I can talk to you guys for a second. Hello to Nina, Yvonne, Rosemary Davis. Now, let me tell you, this video is sponsored by the viewers. They have been kind enough to go to my website and become a sponsor. If you want to become a sponsor, go to my website, ramonathome.com, and your name will be shouted out in future DIY projects. So if you haven't become a sponsor, go to my website and please do. I'm gonna get started real quick because it is Sunday. I know we all have things to do, but I want to make sure that you guys see these things that I'm gonna talk about. That way you have a chance to shop for, so we can get these projects going. First of all, I don't know if you guys have seen the wreath, this wreath DIY that I made for the door. I know a lot of you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna link it up on the iCard so you can go ahead, check it out, and shop for the items, so you can go out shopping and get this project done, because I promise you, you will love it. Hello to Mary Jones and Julie. Good morning to everybody who's joining in. Yvonne, good morning. Good morning, Mia. Let's give it a few more minutes to see if anyone else will log in so they don't miss this this whole type of video, because I really want you all to see all of these items that I'm gonna present to you, and so you have time to go check them out and get them for future projects that we're gonna be making for our fall decorating. It seems a little silly to talk about fall in the heat of summer. However, if we get a head start, by the time our fall gets here, we'll be all ready to decorate our homes and make them look beautiful with all the colors and textures of fall. Good morning, Laura and Lizzie. How are you girls doing? All right. So let's get started by talking about the 5 things that we're gonna be needing for our seasonal fall decorating, and then I have a plus at the end. So that plus is very important to the key to the success of our seasonal decorating for this year's fall. So the very first thing that I will recommend, if you don't have already, I can see Dale already logged in. Hey, Dale. She says, if if we talk about fall, then maybe I'll feel cooler. I know what you're talking about. It's been a warm year, and trust me when I say by the time fall gets here, we're all gonna be ready for fall to be here. Genevieve says, I'm so excited to see what you are going to share with us. I'm excited to share with you, Genevieve. All right, so the very first thing you guys need to get yourselves your hands on, it's some pumpkins. We're gonna do a few projects. We're gonna do some centerpieces, and we're gonna do some like little side table arrangements with pumpkins. I do recommend that you get yourself some bigger size pumpkins, because like I said on the last video, the bigger pumpkins are better because you can see them from further away. They give you a better impact when they are on a mantle, whether on a side table, your entryway table, a bowl filled with them. Like, it just gives you a better impact. And the bigger the pumpkin, the better. I have used smaller pumpkins before, but sometimes you have to gather like 4 or 5 of them. So at the end of the day, you end up paying more for smaller ones than you end up paying for a bigger pumpkin. So go ahead, and I know some of the craft stores has them right now out, and they're very inexpensive. So go ahead and get yourself some bigger pumpkins, and then also use a variation of colors. A lot of people like the orange. A lot of people, I love this kind right here because it looks like it's just starting to turn ripe. I don't know if you guys can see it. I love this pumpkin. This came from one of my local craft stores back in Kansas. And this one right here looks like it's totally ready to be harvested, and I love them. I love the combination of them. And like I told you in the last video, it really is better if you just group all kinds of sizes and colors of pumpkins. And this year we're going to be doing a lot of things with pumpkins. So go ahead and go and buy yourself some pumpkins. Keep an eye open at a thrift store, Goodwill store, your Salvation Army, and also your discount stores like TJ Maxx and Ross and all of those places, because sometimes they have really big pumpkins for less. So I recommend you get the bigger ones. I love the bigger ones. And like I said, we're going to be using them a lot. So go ahead and get yourself some big pumpkins. All right, the next thing we have is we're going to be doing a lot of things with sunflowers this year. I love sunflowers. I come from the sunflower state, and I have a collection of them. So if you don't have any sunflowers, we're going to make bouquets with them. We're going to make a big arrangement for the entryway with them. We're going to combine them with other foliages and grasses. So go ahead and get yourself some really pretty sunflowers. This one is from one of the boutiques that I used to work at. But then also you can go to the Dollar Tree and get some sunflowers that are only $1. I'm going to show you a treatment for these flowers that we're going to do later on to make them look a little bit more realistic and expensive. So stay tuned for that video. We're going to upscale the look of these sunflowers to make them look a little bit more expensive and not so inexpensive. Although when you group them together like I did on the wreath, when you put a whole bunch of them together, it really is about how you place them on your bouquet and your arrangement than what they look like really. So if you have a Dollar Tree nearby you, I recommend you go ahead and check for this particular sunflower, because we're going to use a lot of it on our centerpieces, on our tablescapes, and other bouquets that we're going to be doing throughout the house. So go ahead and get yourself some sunflowers if you can. That is item number 2. Item number 3 is foliages. You guys have got to get yourself some stems, some picks, some foliages. Now I have selected this eucalyptus, and I have some of it that I've had for previous years. And I'm looking for some more of this particular one. I haven't seen any. This came from one of the boutiques where I used to work at. Sometimes when you go to these boutiques, you can find items that you definitely don't find at other box stores or discount stores, and they're really more, they're better quality. I've been to market, and I know I've hand selected items to come to our boutiques, and they're better quality, and they're you pay a little bit more, but like the quality is better. But that doesn't mean you cannot find something similar. Like this guy actually came from Pier 1 a few years ago. I bought everything they had. It was on clearance, and I literally bought, it was a big bundle of it. So I have a lot of it, and I've used it throughout the years. I think this is my 7th year using this guy right here, and it was fairly inexpensive. That's another tip I can give you. Anytime that you see something that is on clearance, go ahead and get it. And if there's a lot of it, particularly stems like this, go ahead and get, because they will last forever and you will need them year after year. Sometimes I clip them, like these are super long, but don't be afraid to clip your stem just to get yourself a better bang for your buck, and then just go ahead and save them. Like I just wrap them in paper and put them on a box at the end of the season. So go ahead and get yourself some foliages. Now the other thing about foliages is that I love to mix bigger foliage like this magnolia right here. If you guys have followed me for a while, then you've seen that I love to mix bigger foliages like this with smaller foliages like this, and like it just gives you different texture. If you use like this I think this is a maple leaf right here, and then a magnolia, and then the silver dollar, and if you mix them all together, it just gives you a better texture than just one by itself. So always mix your foliages. And this year we're going to be mixing a lot of the fall foliage with winter greens. So I don't have one right here to show you, but I'll talk about it more about that trick in future videos to come for decorating. And then my other favorite thing or pick that I love to use is a grass, a fall grass. You can find this at your local, look how beautiful this is. You can find this at your local craft stores. They are not cheap, but for what we need them, look, it covers me. It's so much product for barely any money. And the cool thing about this is because you can unwind it and like pull it apart. So you get about, I want to say about 8 little picks of grass, and that's what we're gonna do for our future projects. So go ahead and get yourself some grass for your stems and your picks, and of course that wintergreen that we're gonna be talking about. So that's our item number 4, and then item number 3. There is a plane going right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So item number 4 is a ribbon. We're gonna be using a lot of ribbons for fall. This year we've made this beautiful wreath, but we're gonna be making a few more just to give you some ideas on how to make different kinds of wreaths. Not everybody likes a dramatic wreath like this. So we're gonna be making some simple ones with perhaps some funky bows. If you guys don't know how to do a funky bow, I have a tutorial on how to do 3 different types of bows, and I'm gonna link it up right now, right here on the iCards right here. So you guys can check out the 3 styles of bow making that I love to do. But look how pretty this, let me unhook it. Look how pretty this burlap. Get yourself a good burlap ribbon. Like this one came from Kirkland's, and I love using this guy. It's 50 yards, and I remember I bought this a few years ago, and I still have like a third of it. But look how pretty burlap with this really pretty metallic and sequin looks like. It just looks a little bit more glamorous. And can you imagine, like, we're just gonna go ahead and pick another style. Can you guys see how pretty this looks? Another type of bow to make a funky bow for perhaps a lantern or a swag or a wreath, but you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that. Let me put these pins back on because I pinched myself once and it hurts really bad. All right, so that's our item number 4. Get yourself some really good ribbons because you are going to need them. And I recommend you go to places like Dollar Tree. Sometimes they have fabulous ribbons for $1. It's not much of a length, but you can get 6 of them to create a beautiful bow. And then, or you can go to your local craft stores, which they usually have a really good selection of ribbons, and you can get them also at a discount price when they are 50% off. All right, and so our topic number 5 is get yourself some figurines, like some fall figurines, like these pheasants right here. I have pheasants, I have quails, I have all kinds of like fall birds, because these are going to be our focal points for our displays. I have a set of this, and then I have a group of quails. It's like the mom and the kids. And so go ahead and get yourself some figurines. Pilgrims would work. I know a lot of people use pilgrims. Bigger pumpkins are made out of resins. Let me see what else. Just get yourself anything you can get that is a figurine that is a larger size, because this will be our focal point where there will be like other bigger things around it. And like I told you in the last video, this year we're going big for fall, and I think you guys will enjoy creating bigger displays, because I really honestly, I believe the rule I invented, the strategically placed large displays, is the key to the success of your seasonal decorating. And I could not be more excited to show you guys what I'm talking about, because these displays I have in my head, there are only a few in the house, but they're bigger than life, and I think they're gonna make a better impact than just having full scatter everywhere in the house. That looks a little bit more cluttered, so if you do bigger displays but lesser amounts, your house looks less cluttered and it looks better put together, and it just looks more like a designer came into your house and did it, and I'm gonna show you how. All right, let me see what you guys have to say. Hello, Debbie. She likes the grasses. Good morning, Euphemia. All right, you guys. Well, I just want to take a second to thank all the new subscribers. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing for future decorating ideas for fall and then the holidays coming up. We're still going to be talking about interior design and decor. However, we're going to focus on our seasonal decorating because it is my favorite time of the year. And I want to thank everybody that has become a sponsor. If you haven't become a sponsor, go to my website and hit the sponsor button. I really appreciate it. Let's see, I just saw Mia says, last year I'm going to get my computer closer to me so I can talk to you guys. Last year, my niece got married. We used sunflowers, pink roses, grasses, they have been used in all summer too. It's an investment when you buy a better quality product, but like she says, you can use them in weddings, you can use them in other displays, you can mix and match. So go ahead and invest a little bit. Yes, I mean, sometimes Dollar Tree has fabulous items like this. However, like imagine a Dollar Tree flower with better quality pumpkin. It just upscales the look, so it doesn't make it look so Dollar Tree, which we're all looking for a bargain. But there's some things that you have to invest on. Like, okay, we have our Dollar Tree sunflowers, our boutique pumpkin, and then you have the really pretty expensive, it's not expensive, but like the better quality quail or pheasant, and it just upscales. Like, it's the mixture of the inexpensive and the little bit more pricey items that really creates that lush look for less. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but it doesn't all have to be also from the Dollar Tree to upscale the look. Do you guys have any questions before I let you go? I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back soon with more seasonal decorating, and I am so excited. Please like this video if you're as excited as I am for fall. There's going to be a lot of great projects, I promise. And then also leave me a comment on the comment section below. What is your favorite area on your home to decorate for fall? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.